All right. Hey, everybody. Today is the 10th of March, 2026. This is the third session of Andamio Pioneers. Now, the way we start here is with a question while people are showing up. So we're going to stick to that agenda style. I have a screen to share and a link to share. Here is the link coming in the chat. And here's the question, just to get us warmed up while people are rolling in. The question is, what's a thought you've had about AI in the last 7 days? You can click the link in the chat or go to menti.com and type in the code you see on my screen. And we'll give everybody a chance just to think about that, share an idea, then we'll do a typical check-in round. That's a cop-out. Too much. Join the club. I'll leave this up for another minute and then we'll start our check-in round. Okay, and I'll leave this on the screen just in case you're not sure what to talk about. But what we usually do at the start of these meetings is a quick check-in round. A round is when everybody just gets a chance to say hello. You can tell us how you're showing up today, how you're feeling, or if you want to talk about your answer to this question or anything else, the floor is open. I'll pass it to Nelson first, and then after it's your turn, just pass it to somebody else. So Nelson, how you showing up?
Hey guys, yeah, I'm doing all right. Yeah, I've been looking into some Dolos code, so yeah, it's been funny because yeah, I don't know anything about Rust, but yeah, now I'm doing Rust work, so AI, it's too much. Yeah. But yeah, that's me. I'll pass it to Lewis.
Thank you, Nelson. I'm done with the AI and politics. I was saying it meant in terms of like there's no governing body, so there's no presidents, governors, and whatnot. It's just AI. AI is at the top. That's what I was thinking about this week, actually. And that's how I'm checking in. And I pass it to Harsha.
I'm doing good. And in terms of Gimbal Labs, I was thinking about how to like get through the 16 sessions we have to do. We completed 13 sessions of each of those live codings, and from here on, it's feeling a little bit like we ran out of topics. Now we're just pushing it. So we'll see how the remaining sessions goes. And with AI, I've been thinking about how like complex tasks can decompose. Can we really decompose complex tasks properly? Because what I'm trying to do is arrive at like atomic tasks where an AI can reliably like perform that task. So I've been like thinking about decomposition for the most part. Yeah, and I will pass it to who else is there? I'll pass it to Nori.
Hey, I'm doing good. There's a few family things going on right now, so I'm a little bit distracted, but happy to be here and participate in another Pioneers program. And I kind of jokingly put how to afford more tokens up. I was using AI the last 2 days, and twice within 2 sessions, I ran out of tokens with 3 hours to go. And it's always jarring to have it just drawing to a halt. It was really tempting to upgrade, but I held off. But yeah, doing lots of stuff with it and thinking about how to use it, and also in the middle of all that, how to retain like what makes us uniquely human, and our human voice, what that means. So yeah, lots of things to explore there. But I'll pass it over to Roberto.
Sorry. Hi, everybody. I've been thinking about, I saw a video a while ago that talked about all the complexity that would go with these AI replacing however many jobs, narrative and whatever. And this guy, Nate B. Jones, I like to listen to his video, watch his videos sometimes, although he just posts a lot. But he he has so much knowledge about enterprise and industry, and just spitting out like 1,000 different things that can't happen. It cannot happen that quickly, at least at an enterprise level, because of contracting or whatever. And just thinking about, if that's not the case, if not, doesn't matter, because mathematically AI will hit a wall beyond which it just cannot replace us. What does AI augmented work mean? And the threat of just becoming another one of those productivity tools that just means that you just need to work more, get paid less, and your life just becomes this frantic race to not get fired. And how important grassroots movements might be to do that, and communities of practice and all these types of things that decentralized ecosystems like ours try to implement, but how incredibly complicated governance gets just as soon as we try to implement something where people have to agree, especially around money. I think that was the brilliant thing about open source at the very beginning, was that everyone was doing it just for the fun of it. So yeah, that's been my thinking, is how do we get ahead of that corporate culture that is just, I think, a race to the bottom. Yep, and I'll pass it to Nelson.
I went. Pass it to Adrian.
I'm doing good. Pass it to Sebastian.
Same, doing good. Thanks for having me. I think related to my comment in the Menti, I think we are in a huge bubble, AI bubble, and when the noise settle, common challenges will come, like for example, trust, and how create trust in this, around this technology and these agents. how people, the humans, can trust in some ranges, like in the similar way that we have to build trust among humans. So common challenges will come. So yeah, that's my comment about it. Yeah, thanks a lot. Pass it to James.
Thanks. And we just had Ahmed and Ian show up. Hey guys, we're just doing a check-in round. You can talk about how you're feeling today, or if you want to answer this question on the screen. We've been warming up with just a check-in where we share something we've been thinking about in terms of AI in the last week or so. I'll pass it over to Ian. How you doing?
Hello, James. I'm doing fine today. I thought I've heard about AI in the last 7 days. Recently, there was a news that was published that scientists grew brain cells in the lab, and then they trained the brain cells to play Doom.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to feel about that?
I don't know how we are supposed to feel about that, but if I can extrapolate it, I see it being about the space age, because when we are expanding outside of Earth, it will be risky for you and I to be sent to Mars in the first or second or third trips. So I bet they are going to use like biological life forms that are part of us but are not us. Yes, like in Dune, how they do to clone people. So I'm not scared. I'm just like too aware.
I like that distinction, awareness. And Ahmed, hey, welcome.
Yeah, hi guys. Can you hear me?
You're a little bit muffled.
How about now?
I think we got you.
Okay. I joined it quite late. I see the question on the like what thoughts have I had about AI in the last 7 days? Well, it's been the same thing. One of my major concerns is the like the access to information overload. Come to the age whereby you have access to the whole information, and that could be a problem, when you don't know how to manage that. And the pace at which this technology is evolving and improving, it's exponential, and that is mind blowing. So it tends to shake the industry a little bit. You can see the news I saw the other day about the company laying off about 50% of their staff, because of AI. Because the tasks that people do now are not covered by AI. They're now being automated by AI and stuff like that. So yeah, we're just being optimistic. Nothing else.
Yeah, also well said. I'm feeling grateful that we have this time together, because I'm also feeling that sense of awareness that Ian was talking about. I'm trying to rally some optimism, but I'm also, again, I don't want to say concerned, but I think aware. Just that there's a lot going on. It's hard to keep up, but I know that I'm still a human, and I'm grateful for this chance that we get to meet up, talk about these things, and figure some things out together. So let's jump into the agenda. As you know, we are working from a GitHub repo. The link is right here. I'll drop it in the chat. And you can follow along with this program here. We're building up a repo over time, and we're starting to link to some other ones. We'll take a look at that today. Another way I'm showing up is I was excited to put Newman on the stage because he asked about a Hello World program last week. But I think we can all give this a try together, and we can continue with dev onboarding and how you can start building on Andamio next week. One of the things we do is we publish a weekly agenda. So here we are on March 10th. This is meeting number 3. And one thing you see at the top, this is something we've been playing with in terms of AI is, hey, can you take the transcript of a meeting and turn it into a comic strip with a bunch of characters? So this is generated by AI. We built a little scaffolding around it. I really struggled to get Nori's facial hair right. But besides that, it's kind of fun. So you could take a look at this. And this also piggybacks on some of the work we were talking about last week of how we present the information that Andamio creates. One idea we looked at last week is like a World of Warcraft character board. But I'll show you, if we don't have time for this today, I'll bring this next week. We have the opportunity for people to start building characters here. I'm not totally happy with my character yet, but I'll keep playing with that and we'll talk about that. But I think we do need to start having a little fun with these tools along the way. And so if this gives you a little chuckle, mission accomplished for now. We just did a check-in round to open up. And the second thing we do in each of these sessions is a review of feedback. If you've been here in prior weeks, you know that here in this repository, you can log an issue to give feedback. So just want to say thanks to Nori and to Ian for giving feedback in the last few days. And if we look at that feedback together, oh, somebody else is here. Let's see. Jethro. Here's the feedback we got. So Nori shared that there are some contrast issues. This tooltip right here has dark text on a dark background, and that's beautiful. So thanks and shout out to Nori. That's actionable feedback. We can fix this. We could probably even have an agent fix this very quickly. And then from Ian, it was a UX problem with minting an access token and reporting that we probably want more accurate error handling. That's another great growth area. And so please do keep feedback like this going. We'll try to resolve your issue, Ian, about getting the access token in the right place with the auth provider. Are you using the social login?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, we have to take a look at that, and I'll follow up on this issue in the next day or two, just to make sure we have that integration right. But as you all know, thanks. This is one of the assignments in the Pioneers course, and so we'll keep looking at this feedback, taking it, and by the end of this program, this is one of the most important loops that we want to make sure is happening here. We want everybody here to know what feedback channels to use, but we're also hoping to build out a group of people who want to start contributing back to this platform. And we'll look in more detail at that over the next few weeks. Now, there's another type of feedback here that was pretty exciting. Last week, Harsha took the screen share and guided us through building a course on Andamio. And as he did, he had some feedback about the interface for the current app. Now the meeting ended, and I was amazed to see that even while the meeting was happening, Roberto was logging pull requests to the Andamio platform and just live fixing some bugs. So I was hoping we could pass it over to Roberto and you could just share a little bit about that experience of responding in real time to feedback.
Yeah. Thanks, James. So building on Andamio has become a little bit pretty fun. From my own experience, I'm not a developer, and but I've been trying to help with the platform as much as I can. And so what I've learned is just pretty much implementing as much Rails as possible so that I don't push stuff that'll break the platform, so I can feel a little bit confident about what I'm doing. And so that allows me to, as Harsha was putting some issues, James has designed some really good skills that allow you to manage if the issue is, for example, something that has to do with a bug or something, it'll research the bug and tell us what to do. We have some agreements between our team of what each one of us does. So if it's a backend issue or a business logic issue, I can log a GitHub issue, and that just makes it so that the backend team can handle it. But a lot of the stuff that Harsha was pointing to had to do with essentially front-end stuff that we needed to make it easier for users to do something, or yeah, it will make it easier to do stuff. Like Nori, for example, that hover issue, that's easily fixable. I'm trying to find these specific fixes that we did with Harsha last week, so I can show them off.
These guys right here, maybe 388 through 392.
Okay. Fix pretty much ready to build. Okay. So let's go over that process. Screen, that'll be easy. This is my local host. This is my dev environment. It's, I can show you the latest here. 288. Okay. So ready, replace hand-coded overline labels in account details, promote ready to mint from batch to primary. Okay, this one I remember perfectly. So let's say we were having, Harsha was building a project, essentially. And when you build a project, we had a little bit of a not a user-friendly way of minting the module. And the thing of it is that we try to make it as simple as possible for the user. We try to make it as simple as possible for the user to know exactly what the next step is. And that wasn't being communicated to the user as simple as possible. So let's just do a test module here. I'm gonna kind of rush through these things so I can get to the call to action. So I can mint a module. Okay, that's the, and your assignment is to mint a module. And I'm going to skip to the intro, and you'll mint a module. So now review and approve. I have reviewed everything. Okay, so I don't really know. I'm kind of following the flow of the wizard. And so it's telling me I will lock the following learning targets. I'm okay with that. Approve and review. And then the problem was that this mint on Cardano button was this little thing that looked like a badge, didn't look like a button. It wasn't like a first-class citizen here. It was barely showing. So Harsha was kind of confused as what to do next. So what we try to do is just immediately put it front and center so that you know what to do. And it redirects you to this page where the main call to action here is to mint one module. Now there's other things here that sometimes, I don't know, your feedback is super useful here because there's stuff that we are not going to be able to catch just because we're biased, because we're doing this all day long. And so whenever you get feedback like, oh, this is confusing or whatever, it really helps us to say, okay, we need to differentiate this here. And thankfully, AI gives you tons of skills and things that you can do to, okay, what's the problem here? It's the information architecture. There's too much stuff on the screen, whatever. So we have, for example, been refining a design system skill that just have some design principles, a philosophy that says it's just minimalistic, everything needs to have a purpose and stuff like that. So we can use that to diagnose when it's a UI or UX issue, because they tend to be really, in my opinion, really delicate. It's difficult really to pinpoint a good solution sometimes to UI UX problems. In a vacuum, with feedback, it's much easier. So now I think at least the process of going through the wizard, getting to the mint module, and then going to the page where you can actually, when it's actionable, to mint the module, that's a little bit easier. But this is, again, your feedback would be crucial here to tell us, actually, maybe it's confusing, or this screen is confusing, or whatever. Another thing that we try to implement is a 3-click process. So you should be able to get to any action item within 3 clicks. Not always true. Web3 is kind of tricky that way, but essentially that's what we're trying to do. So as you guys use it, I'm trying to pay attention to where you're getting lost, or what's not working, or what's confusing. And as you can see, I could do this again. And like Harsha was doing some stuff like mint the module button that was not easily visible. That's fine. I can take care of that during the session. What's not, I try to take it from the meeting and go through whatever the feedback was there and implement it afterwards. But yeah, that's just one example. One thing I want to show Harsha, and this user is the My Credentials page. One of the things that Harsha kind of told us in an earlier session is, like, you're not using the credentials page enough. There's so much stuff, so much space here, and we're only like showing the credentials. We're not really giving you a chance to claim it here. We're not really giving you a chance to link the credential to the opportunities that your credential opens. So now the My Credentials page shows you what credentials are ready to claim, the credentials you've already earned. And if you go to browse eligible projects, it should link to a view. It's not, but it should link to a qualified filtered view of what projects you are directly eligible to contribute to because of the credentials that you've earned so far. I'm missing that. I'm going to need to make a note that this should lead you to, obviously, eligible projects. So all we need to do is show you a filtered version of, okay, you're qualified to do this. So hopefully what we want to do here is create that bridge, right? The reason why you're earning credentials is probably because you want to commit to contribute to projects and get some rewards. So we want to make that as obvious as possible. Eventually, you'll also have your project credentials here. So that's one. And yeah, directly related to the feedback that we got from last session, that's one of the actionable things that we were able to do thanks to your feedback. So keep it coming.
Hear, hear. Thanks, partner. And yeah, does that raise any questions for anybody? That's the big idea of what we want to accomplish together, is keep trying things. And if you see something, we want to know what you think about it. Cool? Nori.
Can you touch a little bit on the app template and how that figures into all this, and how it updates based on feedback or pull requests, or how can people contribute back to that? Why would they want to?
Absolutely. Okay, so we can take one of 2 pathways to start today. I'll share screen again for just a moment. So we're working through the first few learning targets of the Andamio Pioneers course. That course is over here on Andamio, right? Here's the home page. Well, I'm logged in, but I can browse courses, and currently there's only 2 that are published on the main page right here, and one of them is Andamio Pioneers. We've been working through module 102, and last week we did a primer on what has changed from V1 to V2. We walked through that initial step of minting an access token, and Harsha led a demo of what it looks like to build a course. We still have 2 learning targets to go, and so we could move to launching a project and do a similar approach to last week. But if people are interested, we could table that one for now, come back next week, and maybe today jump into number 5, creating an API key and getting the template up and running. Anybody feel strongly about going one way or another? Feel free to drop number 4 or number 5 into the chat. We'll do a quick poll on this one. Should we focus on launching a project, or do you want to see the developer flow? I see a 5. We got 1 vote for 5 in the chat. Going once. Yep. Okay, a little mix. We got 1 vote for each. And we'll say that Ahmed is the tiebreaker. All right, it's 2-1. Let's start with number 5. We don't have to go through in order. And let's come back to number 4 next week. Okay. So here's the story. On Andamio, obviously you can see the platform that's on my screen right now. And we're going to continue to support this. However, there's another repo. This is public. Let me jump over here. Called Andamio App Template. And I'll drop this link in the chat. This is a public repo that anyone can start to use. In order to use it, you will need to be able to fill out this environment file, right? So if you've ever used any Next.js or React templates, you know that there's a .env file at the project root. You can copy the example to .env locally. That file will be git ignored, as you can see right here, right? So you're not going to push your own changes. And then you'll need to define a couple of things. You'll need to know which API you're connecting to. You can see the default is preprod for development. You'll need an API key. So this is what we're going to cover today. And you'll have to define the network. This one is configured to work on preprod, but of course you can use it on mainnet when you're ready to release an app built on Andamio. Each network has a policy ID for the access token that you're minting in your wallet. So if you've already minted a token for mainnet, it'll have this policy ID right here. You can check in your own wallet. And if you've minted a token on preprod, it'll have this policy ID. There are some optional configuration variables down below. This is what I'll need to check on to resolve Ian's blocker that he shared the issue about. But these are optional. You don't need everything below here, below this optional line, just to get the basic app up and running. So my question is, anybody interested in sharing screen and giving this a try? We're going to walk you through getting an API key in the first place, then running this template locally, and then we'll look at a couple of things you can do with that template right out of the box. Anybody feel like volunteering?
If no one else volunteers, I'll volunteer as a default, but I'll wait for others.
Thanks. This is that hello world experience we were going to put Newman on the stage to do. And we can just do that again next week. We can repeat the same activity more than once. Anybody else interested in trying, or should we hand it off to Harsha? All right, let's give it a try. Thanks for being willing, Harsha.
Of course. Should I start sharing my screen?
Go for it. And let's assume we're working on preprod. Okay, so what you can do is go to preprod.app.andamio.io, just like last week, and then we'll go through the dev onboarding process.
Yes.
Oh, and it's .io.
Oh. All right. So I enter regularly, right?
And that looks like a mainnet wallet right there.
Oh, so I can use my mainnet as well?
No.
Okay.
Not recommended in this case.
Okay. One second. I'm not sure what's going on. Give me one moment. I'll have to check my wallet. So I'll stop sharing for 1 second and I'll start sharing again.
Well done. And for anybody watching this, if you're new to blockchain development, when we do live demos, it's always acceptable to take a moment to make sure you're displaying the right wallet to the world. As a developer who shares screen often, I usually don't worry about sharing screen if I'm sharing a preprod wallet. But of course, I think twice before putting any mainnet addresses on screen, that kind of thing.
All right, I am ready. We want.
And you can see at the bottom of the screen that he's on the right network, right? It says preprod. So that's
Where does it say that? I can't see it.
in the footer. It might be hidden behind the.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Am I missing anything? 1 second. I have access token.
Is that wallet enabled as the DApp account?
Like this one, like that.
Okay.
So, oh, maybe like there was supposed to be a pop-up, but like the pop-up didn't show. Maybe let me
Might
try
have
again.
gotten stuck while you switch networks.
Yeah. Okay, there it is.
And so we can't see it on your screen, but you're signing the message now to log into the app. Okay.
Yes.
And here we are.
Okay. So my first instinct is to click on API setup, enter your email. Okay. And sign with wallet, continue. Did something happen? Did something happen? Am I supposed to verify?
It should ask you to sign again. Is it not working? Let's see.
Did something pop up? I can't figure out what happened. Should I open inspect and just click
Actually, if you scroll up, you'll see, yeah, it looks like
oh, right here. Nice.
we're getting an error. Okay, so there is apparently a bug we have to fix once again. Chalk it up to live demos. All right, we're gonna fix this one.
Okay.
We might want to go and talk about project creation while we fix this in the background, and I'm going to try.
All right.
That. But before we do, just to give people a first look at what's happening here, you might have noticed that until this point, Andamio doesn't collect an email address, right? So to log into the platform, you need to connect a wallet and have an access token. And in order to enroll in a course or a project, in order to build a course or a project, all you need is a wallet with an access token that has whatever name you want. There's no personal identifying information. If you want to put, use as an alias a string of nonsense, that's fine. But here we're breaking that rule. We're collecting an email address. The reason we're doing that is so that we can communicate with developers, right? This is only going to be used to send you notifications about your use of the API, and that's the only reason it's here. If you look at the rest of the process, you see step 2, where this was failing, is Harsha was pressing the button to sign a message, right? So step 1, you enter your email. Step 2, you use your wallet to sign a message that says, yes, this is my email. And then we send you a magic link so you can verify that one time. And then you get your API key. Okay, so just want to be straightforward about what's happening there and the fact that the email address is only used when you're onboarding as a developer. Any questions on that front? In the background, I'm going to see if we can diagnose what that error is and have it fixed by the end of this session. But in the meantime, maybe this forces our hand and we go back to learning target number 4.
Yeah, sure. Should I start? So my objective now is to create a project and maybe create a, yeah, I'll just start with creating a project.
Yeah. The goal is to create a project. Let's see if we can accomplish that.
Okay, so my first instinct, and this is from my previous experience, is that I want to click on Project Studio. Okay. Once I'm here, it's saying create a course. I see. I see. Create a project. Okay. So both of these are the same. Okay, cool. So it says I'm the owner, name of the project. I'll just put my name here so that it doesn't get confused with other test projects. And it is saying create a course. Okay, so I will maybe have to create a course first. So my assumption is that I definitely need a course to be present, or I should create a course before I create a project. So I'm going to mint this course. Okay. Okay, so I'm minting this course. Okay, so my course is created. Now it's sending me back to, okay, so my course is created. So I go back to the project.
And if you're stuck, Harsha, on preprod, we already have a Andamio for project owners course that you'd like. Maybe you can use.
Yeah, no, so what I was trying to do is I was trying to create a project as if like I did not have a previous course. I created the course here, course for test project. Now my assumption was that somehow it'll get me back into the flow, which was creating the project. But now I'm lost with the flow because I'm back to where I started.
Yeah, the browse courses walks you through the process of doing this. But yeah, you're right about the redirect. We're working on getting that redirect. So it's just a one flow. Right now, what we do have is a resource that you can do that walks you through step by step. Which if you go to browse courses, you should see it. It's called Andamio for project owners, that one.
All right, okay. So let's see. Setting up your project, okay. I might as well learn my preprod credential. If I want to look at the course, maybe I should earn credential, okay. Create a project on Cardano blockchain. Okay, let's do that. What is a project? A project is an Andamio is a credential-gated workspace where contributors complete tasks for ADA rewards. Okay, as the project owner, you define what work needs to be done, fund a treasury, and review submitted work. Very nice. Contributors who hold the right credentials can join, commit to tasks, and earn rewards when the work is accepted. Okay, create a project, mints a project NFT. Okay, on the Cardano blockchain, this NFT permanently records you as the owner. Owners and managers share most operational capabilities, task, treasury, reviews, and settings. Okay, but only the owner can modify the team roster by adding or removing managers. Okay, cool. Getting started from the studio page. Studio page. So I know this, both of these are the same, so I can click any of these. But I would have liked to be told, oh, now I have to go back 1 second. So maybe I'll open this in a separate. So I go to the studio page, create project form. So I already, okay, so create project form. Step 1, owner. Your alias is automatically set as a project owner. This cannot be changed. The form walks you through 3 steps. Step 1, owner. Okay, so my name is here. Very nice. This cannot be changed. Permanently record as the project recorded on the project empty. Okay. Enter the public title. Test. Okay, I entered the title. Step 3. You can update the title later for settings. Okay, cool. Select which course modules contributors must complete before they can join. This is a credential-gating. Can I pick like something, or am I, how do I pick? So I created this course. I minted this course. Am I missing something here in this step? Should I
So
just
what
read?
I would suggest you do is, just like you would browse through if you're stuck somewhere, what I would like to see you you don't have to go linearly. Just try to find whatever is blocking you. See if you can find the answer to what's happening here. In the case that you're on right now, there's a quote just below. It's kind of the hint
Select
that
which
tells you
course
why
module.
this is happening.
No courses available.
Yeah,
So
there's one step that's missing.
Oh, wait, let me see if maybe I should click on this and see. Guided step. Create your first credential. Guided. Okay, maybe I'll start building. Okay. Oh, maybe I should do this. Let me try this. Module title something. Module 101. Next, backward design learning. Okay, I feel like I did it last time. Assignment. Okay. I'm gonna create module. What will learners achieve? Okay, I'm gonna add this. Okay. Design the assignment. Okay. Okay, design the assignment. Add this. How will they prove it? Okay. Add lesson. All right, introduction. I feel like I'm just like going through it without thinking at all. What am I doing? I'm gonna go back just 1 second. So I thought I was creating an assignment, and then I got lost. So design the assignment. Okay, here I understood this. So I designed the assignment. So am I done, or should I click a button for the assignment to be finalized? So is this a different step, or maybe it is a different step? Let me press. Yeah. So I'm going to add a lesson. This is okay. I'm just going to call it lesson because. Okay, and created a lesson. Right, introduction. Okay, review and approve. So what did I do? I created a module. I created a learning target. I created an assignment. I created an introduction. Okay, so I guess I started backwards, right? Like they mentioned. Okay, cool. Optional one. Save and approve module. Okay, approve the module. Mint on Cardano. Okay. Mint one module. I'm going to mint that. I'm just waiting when I'm waiting for that, maybe I can click on this in the meantime. And maybe when this changes, this also changes. I'm just guessing. So test project. Okay. I would actually really like people to go through the create course thing, because I feel like it's a little bit counterintuitive. So I just want to make sure it's not just me, and like I want to see how others go through it. Just waiting for this to go through.
And there's, just to withhold suspense, there's one more little gotcha that we have to think about how to cover. The way it's currently set up is even after your modules are minted,
Mhm.
going to be one more thing that you need to do in the course.
Oh, the courses. Oh no. Okay.
You see how it says private courses are hidden? They're also hidden from credentials. Basically, the opinion that's encoded here for now is that, well, if nobody can see your course, we're not going to let you make a credential out of it. But I think that's not quite correct. We're going to keep thinking about that too. But you saw this last week.
Yeah, I did. I forgot about that. Make public.
Yeah.
The good thing is that if you go to if your course is private, your module is private, and you try to create a project, it'll tell you specifically like, oh, your course is not public, so you can't use it as a prerequisite. So there is at least some guidance on that. Right now it's public, so you'll see it already. But if it wasn't, it'll tell you, it'll detect that you have a course, but it's not public, and it'll tell you that that's the reason why you can't pick it as a prerequisite module.
Then let me try that 1 second. If I want to go to settings, make it private. Want to go to this guy. No public course. To make the course public. Okay, that makes sense. 1 minute, but only public courses can be used. Course studio, course settings. Okay, cool. I'll make this guy public. Okay, now I can get through the flow. Okay, so I'm going to click on this. And there, I see this is the only thing I need to press. So I'm going to press that. Okay, I'm minting something. So I guess I'm minting the project. Let me quickly go to the course. The summary confirms exactly what is happening on chain. Action: creating a new project in Andamio. On-chain role, you'll be the permanent owner of this. Fantastic. Prerequisites: how many course requirements are defined? Oh, what I clicked here, right? How many course requirements are defined? Okay. Review everything carefully. The owner and prerequisites become part of the on-chain record. Click create project to proceed. Okay. Sign the transaction, which I just did. After the transaction confirms on the blockchain, your project exists. Let me see. It's still confirming. Okay. Try it now. Go to Studio and click create a project. Confirm your owner alias. Okay. Enter a project name. Select a prerequisite course, which I did. Review the transaction summary. Click create project and sign transaction. After the confirmation, verify the project appears on stream. So currently it is designed in such a way that I can't use other people's courses, right? I'm just going to the courses. Okay, so there are other courses. So I can only use my courses. Okay, cool. Oh. So I got out of this. No, this is a different course, I think. Project owners course, okay. So I just went through this lesson, sign the transaction right now. Okay, cool. So I want to go to the next lesson. Why prerequisites matter? Why prerequisites matter? Every Andamio project requires at least one course module as a contributor prerequisite. This isn't optional. It's a mechanism that makes projects credential gated. Okay, cool. When the prerequisite, without prerequisites, anyone with a wallet could commit to tasks. With them, only contributors who have earned specific credentials can join. Okay, this means when someone commits to your task, you already know they have demonstrated the required skill. Okay, prerequisites are set during project creation. Yes, this is the step 3. No courses available. Oh, okay. If you haven't created any courses yet, the form shows a clear message. Okay, okay. So maybe I should have gone through the course without trying to like do stuff in the first module itself. Okay.
That's such a classic teacher trick. We didn't mean for this to be such a gotcha, but yeah.
You can't create a project without the, yes, create a course first, add at least one module. Okay, publish the module on chain, make the course public, return to create a project. Okay, so no public courses. Okay, so this is all what we did. Cool. Course available. When you have at least one public course, form should show under your courses. Okay, the dependency chain. Understand the prerequisite flow. Understanding the prerequisite flow helps you plan. Course created, module published, course made public, project gate on it. I see. Okay. After creation, once your project is created with prerequisites configured, you can verify them on the overview tab in Project Studio. Overview tab in, okay, let me try that. Overview tab. Okay, nice. So course for test project. Okay. What the prerequisites card shows which courses and modules are required. So I need to finish this course to do this project. And what is this? Draft task, publish task. Okay, so there are no tasks. So my immediate like thought is to go try and create a task, but I should probably go through the course, right? Like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how people will think, but I would, yeah. Go to project, identify which state, no courses. If you are in state 1 or 2, follow the steps above and resolve it. Okay, I think I finished this. Welcome to your workspace. Okay. You've created a project and configured its prerequisites. Now it's time to get oriented. Project Studio is the admin workspace. Workspace where you'll spend most of your time as a project owner. Creating tasks, funding the treasury, reviewing submissions, managing your team, and generating reports. Project Studio is visible only to project owners and project managers. Okay, cool. I'll go through the course. Yeah. Sure, maybe I'll just like try something because I want to do something without going through the course first, and then make some mistakes and then go back to the course to course correct. Draft task. Should I manage treasury? Maybe this is the only button there, so I guess I can't draft task, or maybe I can draft task or create a first task. Okay, I'm gonna write this. Get some test ADA. I'm gonna put 100 ADA reward, and I'm going to fund the treasury, and this is going to expire tomorrow. Pre-assign. Enter contributor. Oh, so I can assign this to a specific person. Yeah, that'll be cool. Let me see if anyone's available. No. Okay, so I'll leave that for later. So there's a title. Okay, and this is the description. Okay. I'm going to create this task. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, can I publish a task without having any money? Add funds to project. I'm gonna add about 500 ADA here. Add funds. Add 500 ADA. Okay. So what if I have my money in some other wallet and I just want to send it here? I'll maybe try it in the next different task. So I have just added required funds.
That question right there, just because that's a really good one for people to hear. At the top of this page, you'll see that your project has a Treasury address.
Oh, okay.
And that's unique to this project. And so anybody can send from any wallet to that address to fund your project.
Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense. Cool. Okay, so did get some test data. I created this task. What is this place? What does this do? Does this do something? Nope. So, okay, what am I selecting here? What is going on? Once manage treasury. Should I click this? Okay, I clicked it. Get some test. Oh, so I am putting that money into this task, I think. Publish task, total rewards 100, treasury available. Okay, no additional deposit needed. Okay. Adding one task. Okay, so I'm publishing this task. Okay, got it. I'm gonna publish this. Okay. So in the meantime, maybe I can go back to the project. So one draft task is there. In my task, there's one draft task. Managers. In the meantime, I will add managers. How do I add managers? Or can I add people? Contributors, is it? On-chain contributors for project. Are contributors same as managers or is this different? Contributors. So I'm the owner. Okay, I'm gonna quickly take a look at this. So there's contributors, managers, tasks, report. Welcome to my workspace. How to get here? Project Studio sidebar. Wait, I thought I remembered something about project owner. You can add other people, something like that. Prerequisite. Is it here? Did I cite? Create a project. Owner, your alias, this cannot be changed. The owner is permanently recorded. You can add project managers. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. Where do I add project managers? New commitment history. So my assumption is that contributors are not project managers. Contributors are people that like do the tasks. But okay, maybe I'll go back to this and finish this. So one live task. So if anyone wants to do the live task, they can do it and share the screen. Otherwise, I'll do another thing. And my immediate next step is to add like a reviewer or project manager. I wonder if there's a way to directly find project manager in here. So what I want to do is I want to do Command F and first type project manager and see if like there is some project manager flow that I can directly get to.
This is kind of, but the information is there. You just need to. There's going to be some reading, and exactly. You're seeing there to navigate the project to find the admin features. You're asking that question. You're just not reading the
admin features.
SLT.
Yes. Let's see. So instead of reading the whole thing, I just want to try this. Okay, project managers. Project Studio is visible only to project owners and project managers. Overview tab, draft task, publish task, contributors. And review contributor. I want to edit a task, see, add or remove team managers. Yes. Should I click this? Where? How do I?
Oh, that's outdated. Sorry, that's mine.
Okay.
It's on the settings tab.
It's on the settings tab in this guy, right? Okay.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay. So I see a project description. Did I not? I thought I did all of this, no? The project description and all, did I not write?
That's if you want to edit the metadata. So that's always available to you. If you want to change the title, you want to change the description, you want to change the cover image, that's mostly what that page does. And at the bottom, you can manage your team.
Okay, cool. Managers, owner, add a manager, yes. Oh, this one, I felt like I tried this somewhere in the flow somewhere, but I don't remember where I tried this. Can I search, like, is there like should I just like press a letter and see if something pops up?
I think you have to write the full name, or
I'll try
trying it on mine.
Is it LEW?
Let me send mine in the chat. This is preprod, right?
Put your name in the chat. I'll try it. 1 second. Where's the chat?
Let me check mine.
Are you on the? Have you already registered on there with your token?
Yeah, I've been tinkering with it, man.
Okay, cool. If you want to put it in the chat, I'll copy and try to add you.
Try that.
Everyday Lewis test. Okay, so was not found. Dude, are managers supposed to have some credentials or something before I add them? Like maybe let's go to this guy and see. 1 second. So there is this test. Add or remove team manager. Try it now. Open your project studio. Description.
Try Sharon.
Try what? Sharon. SHAR1. This one, SHAR1?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
See if that works.
Sharon was not found.
Is it case sensitive as well?
Yes.
No, that's. Oh no, sorry.
There is. Well, if there is,
nope,
that's a bug.
Preprod. Yeah, something's not working there.
Okay.
Okay. But in general, is there like a pop-up? Like if I say yes, will all the SS show up?
No, we can't. We haven't implemented that yet. I know what you're looking at. We need to provide like a database search as you type in the access token.
Yeah, just like the old Andamio. In the old Andamio,
yeah.
Press something
right now, the way that it works on dev, I don't know what's going on here, is that it just verifies that the access token alias exists. So if what you're seeing there is kind of the default. If you would need to know the manager's token, the person that you want to add, you would need to know their alias. And you kind of would, right? Because you're adding a manager, you're not just like, but I understand that it would be easier if you would just see a drop down of all the available access token alias, so it's easier to find. I'll make a note, and I don't know that this one is weird because it does work on local. So I'll need to look into this one. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, but yeah. So in general, so the expectation is that I would like speak to Louis offline, get his alias and like put it here, right?
Well, yeah. If you're like adding a manager, you would you would kind of know Lewis already and just ask
Yeah.
him for his access token alias and then add it here. But you could also just like, oh, it's Lewis. I'll try to find Lewis.
Okay.
Can everyday Lewis? Let me just. This is your access token alias, Lewis, on the chat, right, for preprod.
Yeah, that's my preprod alias.
Yeah, that's weird. And Harsha, you're just G0.
G0, yeah.
I'm
G0
trying
underscore G, Z is capital,
Oh, I see it. Yeah,
underscore
I see.
preprod, this one.
I can
Can I add
you.
myself? Right? Let me see. 1 second. I want to try that.
I'm
I'm
trying
more
to see if
working
I
this
sign up
summer now.
for.
Okay. At least it knows that I am the project owner. Cool.
Something's off. I'm adding you right now to a project as a manager. I was able to find your token,
Who mine?
but no, I just added Harsha. I couldn't find yours, Louis, but I did find Harsha's, and I'm adding you right now. So you should be able to find a project called Project Demo in your project studio in a second.
Oh, in my studio.
Not yet. It's still confirming.
Yeah.
The transaction is still confirming.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
One project, one class.
What's weird is
Okay,
that
yeah.
you can't add my token or Lewis's.
Hey, you took 505 ADA? I thought I was only putting 500. Okay.
Yeah,
You
that
should
didn't
be
make
able
sense
to
to me.
see, if you hover over, there's tooltips. Sometimes that explains what's going on the screen. So if you hover over that card, it should tell you where those 5 ADA are coming from.
Hover over like in a specific place or?
No, you're not getting that pop-up. No. All right, you should be able to see the project demo. Maybe it's gonna take a
I'm
bit.
gonna refresh this.
Yeah,
I'm waiting
you
for
might-
Harsha to accept my assignment for test
God.
project.
Maybe accept the assignment from Lewis first, and then we can take a
Yeah,
look.
I'll do that. 1 second. So where would I check the assignment? Maybe
No. Oh,
It's for your course. It's for the course. Wasn't that the
Oh, in the
prerequisite
course.
for your
Yeah,
project?
okay. Oh, so okay. So the the course assignment. Yeah, I'll check that. Okay, teacher. Okay, this immediately tells me something's
there we go.
happening.
Pending review. There's my
Just
name.
because this is big, I will press this. Pending approval. I remember this from last time. Oh, so this is same as this. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Actually,
Oh.
you know what? Like, I was a little bit confused because there's one here. There's one here. What will happen if I deselect this? Oh, I can't deselect this. How do I?
Oh.
Okay, so
Oh, so you can accept it directly without having to look at the evidence. So I think that's why that's there.
so this is
exactly.
the evidence.
It's sort of like a shopping cart view. So you would have a list
Yeah.
on the left-hand side. You have a list of all the assignments that you can approve, and you can just kind of shortcut the
Oh,
process by clicking on each one and just say accept, refuse. But you can also see the evidence for each one of them individually if you click and just see the actual student evidence on the right side.
I see. Oh,
But if you had like more, you would see a list of your pending assignments, and then you would go one by one, or you could just.
Wow. So this is what bad teachers do. If I was a bad teacher, I'll never look at this.
Exactly.
Oh. All right. So I accepted Lewis's assignment. Going back to
So does
project.
that mean So now I was wondering, does that mean
Now
you
you
can
will,
now add me to your
yeah, no,
project
yeah,
as a manager,
that's what I'm looking
considering
at.
nice, we're on the same page
I'll
then.
see if you're directly added or if I need to do something. 1 second. So
Or I
let
have to
this.
sign up.
Oh, I don't know if you have to do anything after I
By the
accept
way,
the assessment.
1 second, let me check.
Oh, maybe you have to get the credential. I don't know.
Project test 0, right?
So it is accepted. Okay. Do you want to quickly share your screen and show me what your view is?
Oh, wait, 1 sec. Close a few tabs. 1 second. Okay. Oh, I didn't need to close tabs. Okay. All right. Yeah, so this is what I'm seeing. No, not there. The credentials.
So can I ask you something, Lewis? So now you have submitted an assignment for 1 day, like you just went away and you came back. What is your next step?
What?
So you submitted an
What?
assignment and you came back the next day. What is the first thing you will do? Okay, claim credential. Where did you go? Browse courses.
I'd go to claim credential first. To be quite honest,
Okay.
I've submitted an assignment. I'm waiting for approval. It's coming out.
You claim credential. Okay. Oh. So I have a question. Jesus Christ, how am I not remembering names? I have a question, Roberto. So if there are other assignments left in this course, I wouldn't know, would I? In my credentials, I'd just like click on the credentials and I'll directly like claim the credential, correct?
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, so if you have other credentials, like if you finished module 101 and module 102, both would show up as individual credentials because that's how it works.
Okay.
That button should be inactive while the transaction is going on.
Hey.
Okay.
Just
Now
updated.
I think your job is done. Let me start sharing again. All right. So I'm here. I'm in the project now. I'm assuming something shows up and it'll tell me that like one contributor is here or something.
But do I need to sign up for it? Hold on, let me try that also. That doesn't work.
Lewis is not, Lewis is not a contributor, right? Because in order to be a contributor, need to contribute to a task. Right now, Lewis has credentials to be able to join your project. If he didn't have that credential, you wouldn't have access to your task.
Oh, of course, that makes sense. So it is the onus is on him to like actually do a task. Okay, yeah. Do you want to do that, Lewis?
Oh, hold up. Okay, let me not press anything. Let me share.
Yeah.
1 second. Okay, so so I claim the reward, right? The credential, I earned it. And then I went to projects. Clicked on this because it says I'm qualified here. That's what I noticed. And then, yeah. So what am I supposed to do? Claim this?
Try it. Don't even ask. Just try it. You want to make that money, so.
Expires at 7 a.m.
Okay, successfully.
Okay.
Waiting for confirmation. Okay, this is just the okay.
Richard, what time did you start sharing screen? Has it been an hour?
I don't know.
Call me? What?
No, Harsha. I just wanted to how long
Yeah,
it took to about an hour for a full loop. Getting the project, the course prerequisite, and then having a contributor get the credential and submit a transaction. And then you need to approve this.
Yeah, you know what? In the next Pioneer session, you should time it, and I'll redo the same thing. Let me see if it takes an hour or 10 minutes or 5 minutes or how long it
Yeah,
takes, or
join the
even if I
project.
remember. All right.
Wait, what?
No, that button is
Yeah.
miss.
Oh, okay.
That'll let you update your evidence, not submit evidence. So if you're happy with the evidence that you already provided, that shouldn't say submit, that should say update. It does say that on local.
All right, so it says I'm a contributor, right?
Okay. Now
No,
maybe
Harsha has to
some.
review.
Yeah, let me share
All
my
right.
screen, Lewis. Okay, so I am on this. I'm going to refresh this just in case. Let's see what's going on. So managers, some blue button is there. So I'll click it. Everyday Lewis test. I'm going to click it. Some test data committed. So should I click on this? Okay, clicked on this. I see some evidence here. Decisions are recorded. Deny is available after task expiration passes. Okay. Okay. I'm going to refuse just to test. Can I give a reason for refusal, or can I just directly write here something? Okay. Okay, I'm going to refuse. Oh, I have to pay money to refuse? No. Oof.
Hey, yo.
I think your assignment is too good for refusal. Maybe I should have accepted it.
That's too funny.
This is a known issue that we've been tracking as well. So it's good to see that we still have to fix that one.
Can I refresh and it'll go away?
No, we got to fix preprod. We have a bug on preprod that is not fixed yet. We got to do that.
Okay.
But I know that we're nearing the end of time as well, and we're really trying to respect time limits, even though we can keep it going informally. Back to the original bug when you were setting up the API key.
Yes, I'm gonna go there.
That takes us back to Ian's feedback. It was just bad error reporting. You actually have an API key already because you completed this process. So if you click the sign in button at the top of the page.
Oh, let's see. Oh, very nice. Okay.
You can see that you're already onboarded here. Okay.
I mean, would you like me to just delete this and try that flow once more? Or?
Well, yeah, it won't allow you to do the flow again. You can delete that key and create a new one, but your account is set, right? You have an association between an access token and an email address, and that allows you to create an API key.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Okay. Let me.
I didn't see where you went, Harsha. Where did you go for you to get that?
I think I did this I don't know when I did this. I did this sometime.
Early days. Yeah. You were playing with this when we first built this feature, I think. And it's
I see. Yeah. Makes sense.
If you don't have that API key saved, you can just delete it and create a new one, and it'll be just fine.
Okay, got it. Rotation available expires 13/12/27. Okay, got it. So I'm going to delete this just to try. And refresh page to see the updated list. I'm gonna refresh. Okay. Generate API key.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Save your API key, which I won't because I can create another one. Okay, cool. I think this is pretty good. Okay, yeah, this is pretty good. And I will stop sharing my screen just to, yeah.
Thanks for being game to run it again on
Okay,
behalf
sure.
of all of us. And yeah, thanks for exploring, everybody. Okay, so we've been working on these two learning targets. Let me pull the course up again just to close out.
Nice. I got the API key also. No.
Nice work. Very good. Very good. Okay, so you can pull down this template repo is still available. That API key will work. Now, one note about that API key, if you generate it at preprod.app.andamio, it'll only work at preprod.api.andamio. Make sense?
Yes.
So that's the current state. When you want to use testing, you'll use exactly the workflow that Harsha tried to run. We are working on these two learning targets. We just saw a buggy but complete experience of how to launch a project. We know there's a bug that we want to fix in terms of accepting a task commitment. So we'll make sure to have that done by next week. And then we'll take this one for a ride, right? It's one thing to generate an API key. It's much more interesting to actually do something with it. So that's coming. Now, in the meantime, we know that we have this course on mainnet that we were looking at just a minute ago. Where is it? Here, right? So I'm on mainnet app where you can follow along with the Andamio Pioneers program. But over on preprod, which Harsha was just sharing on the screen, there's a couple of test courses here that are early drafts, and we're developing them right here live in Pioneers. And if you want to take a look, you can see the first draft of the Andamio for Developers course, where you can go through that process of creating a key, using it on the command line, and then using it in the app template. So this will guide our work in the weeks to come. But if you want a little preview of that, here's that course. Any questions before we break for today? All right. Well, another thing we have to look forward to is we have a script, right, for our next comic. I showed you the trial version. What we're going to do is we're going to take this transcript, and then we're going to try to show a bunch of people working on stuff together with a metaphorical lens and some comic book characters. Start thinking about who you might want your character to be, because next week we will also show you how to submit a PR to add your character to the repo. It doesn't have to be the real you. You can be whoever you want in these AI generated comics. So looking forward to having a little bit of fun with that too. But we'll stop it there for today. And thanks everybody. Appreciate taking the time, and we'll see you next week.
See you guys.
Take care. Till next time.
Right.